Twyla Tharp was the world's worst interview. I don't know if this is anything you're interested in, but oh dear God, that woman didn't speak. I did 3 interviews with her. I was at the Milwaukee Sentinel. I was the dance critic at the Milwaukee Sentinel. She was doing Amadeus, the dances for Amadeus. And we arranged to get an interview with her. And of course, none of this was email, none of this was cell phone or anything. So I was speaking to her at like 5 o'clock in the newsroom, which at that point is it's noisy. It's noisy in the newsroom at 5 o'clock. She was on a terrible line from Prague. I had to crawl under my desk to hear what she was saying. And I had a whole list of questions, and they weren't yes and no questions, but they weren't. The interview took 10 minutes. She didn't want to talk. And I didn't quite know how to handle it. I remember crawling out from under my desk and saying to my editor, I don't have a lot here. I'm going to do the best I can with it, but that was a bad interview. By the 3rd time I interviewed her, I had traveled to New York. Was it for the Sun Times? I can't remember. And I was interviewing her at her studio during a dinner break. And we had spoken on the phone once before, and it had gone better. I was ready this time. I thought, that woman is going to talk to me, or we are going to have very long silences, because I am not going to jump in and, So it started out, she's eating her salad, and I ask, really? Good question. I get this much. I thought, honey, I have all day, and I'm going to sit here. And then finally she started talking, and I got a good interview out of it. But that's the only time I've ever had to do that. Usually, if people agree, they know that this is part of what they have to do, and so they talk to you. But I just remember I had half an hour of her time, and I was not leaving until 29 and a half minutes were up.